Hey, good girl. All right, you guys want to start?
So, Turks, how did it feel to spend the weekend with your friends?
So check it out.
Oof.
Finally,
Thank
Turks,
you.
You get Shamsi. You
Yay.
get. Open it up. So we missed the drop on these.
Yes, we did.
Yeah, we missed the drop on these, but thanks to our new corporate overlords,
Okay.
Noor,
AKA.
and Susan Ji.
We have swag.
We got the
Thank
hookup.
you
Nice.
so
It's amazing.
much.
It's amazing. It's
Yo,
amazing.
This looks
This
so
is
dope, by the
beautiful.
way. No way.
Hey, personage, holla at your boy. Resales up in this bitch.
Yidgy. Resell who, my guy? This is vintage stuff.
Chinatown Market.
Hey, yo, look at the camel.
Like, look at it.
Look-
You
What
still-
the-
look at how dope he is.
I have a question.
He's got
Why
Tim's
does
on.
the camel have Swiss's glasses?
He's got Tim's.
He's got swag,
Yes.
I love this. I absolutely love this.
Yeah, this is Saudi Bronx, Qasim Abu Nasser, 2020. This dropped. I think we were on a what? Like our, at least I think we were like 1 month in or 2 months in
Yeah, a while back.
when we started. Yeah, so we missed it on that. We saw on this, but now we got it. Thank God. Here you
Thank
go.
Appreciate
God. Yay.
Yeah, shout out to the hookup, to the link,
Mhm.
to the connect.
Thank you, corporate overlord.
Yes.
We appreciate your appreciation.
Thank you for blessing us,
Bro, they look comfy as hell.
yeah, I'm wearing mine.
Okay.
I'm in.
Are they as comfy as they look?
You want me to give you a tour?
Yeah, I mean,
No, not a tour.
Not right now.
Not a tour.
Not
Just
right
a
now.
quick review.
How about I give you like a quick presentation?
unboxing.
No.
Okay, no, hold on.
Wait, we just did the unboxing.
Please do
Yeah, we
not
just
twerk.
did that. I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
Because we have to teach something to someone.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Turks, can you please hold my mic and present me like a model?
Okay.
Thank you so much.
I mean, the cable doesn't reach, but
But, this is
I
how.
got this. So, ladies and gentlemen, you see this? This is called sweats, right? So you see how like there's so much space in it?
Yes.
This is why there was a lot of kids being born in the 90s. There was space. There was space. We could breathe as guys. This is not sweatpants. That's pajamas.
No, it's
Okay.
not.
I'm talking about when it's tight, my guy.
Okay, there we go.
You're not paying attention.
Mhm.
See?
Yes.
So I advise, I hope, see, if you ever like saw any fashion in the 90s, this is why we had a lot of kids. There was blood flow.
Mhm.
But nowadays there's nothing. So now, please, this is what we ask for right here.
Observe,
Space,
observe,
space, just
observe.
space.
Yeah.
Just space. That's all we ask for.
Examine.
That's it, Some of us, can't handle tight things,
Yo, thank you for that PS.
Shamsi
Thank you for that PS.
got nothing to offer the world.
I mean, I got.
Oh, hey man, what's happening?
Yeah,
You're here.
You good? What else?
I'm done.
Thank you with your.
I'm done.
Thank you for that sales pitch.
Yeah,
And
proud. Holla at your boy. I got you.
if you had any ideas,
Yeah.
we can help you.
We got a
there.
sample for you, proud. You can expand your business finally.
Wow.
Shout out to the brokies.
Yes. Shout out to.
Let's
to,
go,
to-
let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go.
To the hookup. Shout out to the hookup. Indeed.
The connect.
To the connect.
Corporate overlord.
That's a good start, though. We got free stuff. Finally.
Like I said, shout out to the brokies. Hey, welcome past the Kabsa. It's your boy. I don't know who it is anymore.
Yeah.
It's episode 100. I'm on another level right now.
Mhm.
So I don't need to present myself anymore. You know who it is. You know who. Okay, no one knows.
It's-
It's your boy. I know what's happening, what's popping. Got Turks right behind me.
Yo,
I got Shams right next to me.
Hey.
Shout out to our tens and tens of listeners. Shout out to our tens and tens of viewers. Thank you all for joining us. Episode 100. We're excited to be here. Not really. It's the same as always.
We made it.
We made it to 100.
3 digits.
Actually, we're way behind at 100. I'll be
I
honest.
mean, but we made it.
Yeah, we're like, how many vacations we took this year?
It wasn't all
Okay,
vacations.
okay. First off, you went on
was-
vacations.
There
We
was-
didn't.
There was enforced absences.
No, the enforced
True.
one is different.
Yes.
You and your family had COVID,
There was
which you survived for some reason.
So exile.
I mean, like I feel bad for COVID.
I mean, I made
That's
it.
why I think COVID is a myth now.
I made it on the other side. Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah, so let's go.
So
You and the
that-
prisoners at home.
Yes, that was one.
Okay, and then Turks had weddings.
yeah, true.
Not his weddings.
No.
Okay.
Trust me, nah.
Other-
Nobody wants
other
them.
people's weddings.
Other people's weddings.
We had a.
But you guys recorded with that, right?
We recorded with that when you were here,
Yeah.
and me recorded when he was supposedly dying of COVID.
Yeah. But now there were a couple of weeks where we didn't record for some reason. I think it's 8.
That was an Eid when Shams went to Greece and spent 400,000 riyal.
Mhm.
Yeah. True.
That was it.
Yeah.
To tan.
400,000.
The great
Yes.
tan.
No, but not by himself, by a group of guys.
Yes.
Yep.
We got to be very specific.
It was a great tan.
400K in Greece
Untrue number. But thank
with
you.
7 guys.
Thank you for
I just want to let that be out there.
thank you for highlighting
No
that
woman.
untrue number.
7 dudes. Greece. restaurants, and y'all were yachting, right?
I mean, it's
Yes.
Yachting,
yes.
accurate, so that's good.
Anytime you want to come out, we support.
Mucho,
I'm
mucho,
just
mucho,
saying.
mucho yari.
I'm just saying.
Mucho boats.
The guys are gonna whoop my ass.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's over.
Yeah.
It's over. If I get a black eye next week,
But
It was given.
also we had
It was
we, had,
given.
we had guests. You know, we had new peoples join us. We had friends that we met.
you want to rate this year? How about we start by rating this year?
Start off terribly.
Okay, so you're gonna rate just terribly?
Not like from bad to good, I guess. How are we rating?
From bad to good. That's how you're.
Yes, that's exactly how it is.
What's happening?
Which school did you go to?
The blue one.
So how do you rate your bitch ass?
I mean, with colors.
With colors?
Yeah, it's like-
you blue. Ah,
It's like the traffic lights.
y'all are losers.
Okay.
But you know, when you have that kind of wealth,
What's
you
what's
know,
your rating?
your
system?
schools don't have numbers.
No,
you know?
they don't.
Yeah, it's more like we know that you're already gonna live.
We have people to count.
Yes.
Just tell them.
Should I tell them how many servants you have at home, or?
No, we're talking about ratings now.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
my bad. All right,
ratings.
just
That's-
trying to make sure. I
that's
thought
our
we were
subject.
going over there real quick.
Mhm.
I just say, but give it a rating for the year
Honestly, it was
for the
amazing.
podcast.
It was a great year. I feel like it was a great year for us.
That's an amazing rating. It's called a great year.
It's a beginning. Like we haven't unleashed our full potential. Y'all haven't seen nothing yet. So, but as a beginning, I think it was a great start. We managed to meet a lot of people. We managed to make a lot of new friends. We managed to make a lot of impressions. So I think there's plenty more to come from the coming years. But it was alright. It was alright. Yeah.
Wow.
You're an
Wow.
asshole.
That
You're
was
an
the
asshole.
smoothest fucking moonwalk I've
Yeah,
ever seen
I was
in a
just saying.
rating.
Okay.
It was pretty tight.
Sorry.
Turks.
8.5 out of 10.
See, that's called a rating, yeah, Shamsi.
What are we? IMDb. We're
It's a good movie. You would watch it at 8.5.
I
Yes,
would, actually.
everybody would.
I would.
Yes.
I would recommend it as well.
Shamsi would
Yeah.
recommend a 4.
Yeah.
All right.
No, I wouldn't.
He did.
He did.
Bro,
did.
Yes, he did.
I
he
said a
did.
minimum standard of 6. Excuse you.
Yeah, and you choose a 4.
And then they kicked
I'm
me.
just saying.
And then they kicked me out of the movie group.
Yeah.
different subject though. Different reason.
You're
for that.
trash.
Yeah.
All right, 8.5.
8.5.
Would you like to deep dive into it,
No.
or you just like
That's
fuck this guy? I swear to God, man. Yo,
Break it down, got my guy.
No, I mean, it was a great year for the podcast. We did a lot of good progress, but there's more to come. I think there's more potential.
all right, shut the fuck up then.
Thank
All
you
right,
very much.
that's
See, I told you I don't want to
Yeah.
break it down.
like I thought
You know-
my boys are paying attention.
Well,
You know, my
peer
boys are
pressure,
trash.
apparently.
You know what I'm actually bothered by? I mean, I think we had a lot of good ideas that we wanted to do this year that we didn't. I'm kind of bothered by that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's one thing
Thank
I'm
you.
bothered by. If I'm gonna take a negative out of this year, is that we didn't really go all out in the way that we wanted.
That's a
to.
2.5.
Yeah.
If you count it out. Makes sense.
It's 1.5.
2.5.
I know numbers. Okay.
Out of 11,
Oh.
my guy. No. 10?
Oh, we're counting
Who
from-
uses 10s? Never mind.
Oh,
go,
that's
on,
the-
go on.
Oh,
Your rating.
Your
Yeah.
rating.
my rating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were trash this year.
2.
No, we weren't.
Yeah, we were.
Okay.
I think by June, I really felt like we were beyond this now. That we should be adding more things to it. That was in June.
Mm.
So
Hmm.
in April, no, it wasn't April, March or April, we discussed this.
March and April we did for the first time.
Yeah, we discussed it. We put plans of things that we wanted to do, but other things got in the way. I'm not really happy with this year. I'm not really happy with our performance. To be very honest, I feel like we could have done way more.
I agree
True.
with that.
True.
But I think the obstacles that we had was things that were not in our hand. First off, we did not know how people are gonna take this.
True.
That was one.
Whatsoever.
At the same time, we took the risk, say, yo, whatever comes, just let it come, and then we'll figure it out.
And for the most part, it's been positive.
It's always been positive.
Yeah.
Alhamdulillah.
You have to be honest. I know you're gonna look at this negatively, but you have to.
No, he's
That's his nature. That's his nature.
He has it.
Yeah.
This guy's an asshole.
okay. No,
But-
he's critical because he has a high standard.
Of course,
Exactly.
Of course, but you have to recognize the hurdles that we went.
No.
through.
I do recognize.
Yeah.
The one thing that you know about me with all of our conversations that was behind the scenes, you know that I recognize every single thing that we've done. But I know the capabilities that we have.
True.
And I feel like that we did not really live up to our potential.
I agree.
I'm talking about us.
Mm.
People do not have no idea what's going on.
No, they don't.
To a lot of our friends, this is just amazing as it is. But to what I know my boys are, what we want to do, I don't think we lived up to our potential.
Fair point.
I
Fair
think
point.
I think we gave 50%. Honestly. And that's me being like, gracious with you guys.
Thank
I
you.
think we give 50%.
ما قصرت والله.
But it's not a passing grade, Turks.
No, I know. I've had that before. Yeah.
Is it? I mean,
Quite familiar
I've
with
seen
50%.
50s before.
I mean, isn't it though passing grade? No, but I do agree. I do agree with that.
Standards.
With that assessment, like
I'm
we
gonna
didn't,
whoop your ass
we
one day.
didn't give it our all.
No, we
had-
didn't.
We had things that stood in our way. Some of it came back to us personally. Some of it, most of it was external. Most of it was things that we had to put up with, whether it was limitations in time, whether it was limitations in just being able to do what we wanted to do within given the requirements that we have, you know. So I think that's one of the things that we're currently working on. fixing.
Let's also like be brave enough to put blame on ourselves also.
True.
That we
That's-
also kind of, I'm not gonna say we dropped the ball. In my eyes, of course, you know me. I demand so much.
Mm.
In my eyes, I dropped the ball. In my eyes.
We all did in a lot of things, but at the end of the day, this is the first step in a long journey.
You're by yourself, my guy. If you're gonna make it a long journey,
It's not gonna be long.
you're gonna be long by yourself.
I just don't know. 1 year. Talking about 1 year. It's one step. What are you talking about, my guy?
Yo,
It's
my
been
guy.
a year.
Hey,
yo.
Okay.
It's a long period of time. It's not one step.
If anyone wants to know what this podcast is about, that little moment right here,
Fine.
that was
True.
it.
True.
The
No.
complete hate out of nowhere.
But see, that's the good thing about us. That the fact that we do recognize that we have not been at our best, that we have so much more to still offer, and we were currently actively working towards that.
Because, excuse me, we were very pushy with Jeed, with Saud, with Entitled,
Z.
with Z, with a lot of the guys and their work of art. You know, as musicians, as businessmen, we were very pushy. Like, yo, we demand so much of you guys
Mhm.
because we see you guys at a higher standard.
True.
But at the same time, we need to say that to ourselves. We need to also demand from ourselves. I demand so much from both of you already.
Mhm.
So, like, I do not know what to ask for more anyway.
Yeah, I don't need to ask myself. I got you already.
Do you see?
But who's
I mean,
boosting you up, Micah?
Who?
You good?
Hate. The hate.
Have you not told you how he thrives on it?
Self-inflicted hate. Okay.
Makes him strong.
That makes sense.
No, I feel like, look, this is a great opportunity for people who want to jump into the same field that we're in, which is, yes, we are focused locally and we are focused on music and art and fashion and so on and so on and so on. That's what we do. True. But that's not the only thing that we do. We actually can provide more, but people do not know that. If you guys remember all the phone calls that we had when people just thought like, oh, hey, can you come and do a podcast at our place? And we're like, yeah, good for you, my guy. And people were like,
Thanks.
hey, they were surprised, like, yo, why are you saying no? I'm giving you an opportunity. Like, yeah, it's okay. We're good. Yeah, thank you.
Thanks.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
But no thanks.
But no thanks at the same time,
Yeah.
you know? Because it's not only because of a standard that we were trying to set. It's what we're trying to add value. We were watching today, was it Maria Musalli?
Mm-hmm.
Was that her name?
Yes.
I don't want to get it wrong.
Yeah, I think
Because
so.
I'm awesome at fucking up names.
Of course you are.
When she was talking about the store, I think it was in the West Coast or something, Lifestyle or something.
Life core.
I have no idea. And we apologize for not knowing it.
Yeah. We were watching it for a second.
We support you. I swear to God, we do.
I promise we were watching. Okay.
We saw the whole SBC special.
Yes.
All right, but we forgot the names. What's the name? Like that, like El Meshtel, all these creative spaces that are coming out.
Mm-hmm.
But I have a problem with all these creative spaces that they're all like, I don't know, man. Like everybody's creating creative spaces, but I feel like these creative spaces have like rules and regulations. It's not really a creative space.
You don't have the flexibility.
Yes.
Mhm.
And this is not a ding on anyone. This is just what I see from the whole market.
Okay.
Like I see, for example, like Personage. Personage to me looks like a creative space, even though it is a store. It's a concept store,
Mm-hmm.
right? But it looks like it's filled with a lot of creative people in it, and people who are involved in it are all very creative.
True.
Okay.
True.
So you know, like I do not know what is a creative place anymore.
I was just about to ask you, how do you define a creative space?
You asking me, or you just asking in
No,
general?
I'm just asking in general. Like at this point, a creative space is such a broad term that you can categorize so many different things under it. You can categorize things that are doing people that are doing fashion, whether it's a concept store or it's highlighting local brands or something else. It could be a coffee shop that has, you know, a platform for local acts to come up and do like open mics.
I think any space that caters to the creatives without how do I say this?
Prejudice.
Yeah, without prejudice, basically. Yeah,
No, but it's not about.
I define that as a creative space.
But at the same time, like
for the sake of creativity, you know.
that's fair. But at the same time, like different spaces are trying to attract different audiences.
True.
So in order
That's
to,
true.
yeah, so in order for one space to attract a certain kind of audience, they would need to set up a certain system, rules and regulations, a minimum standard of behavior, okay, that everybody can adhere to, so they could be comfortable in the space. They could be comfortably created
Like al-Mashtal.
in this space. Yeah, for
Yeah,
example.
we'll give you the space for you to create your art, but there's certain guidelines for you guys to follow because we cater to a certain demographic, or it's
Yes.
because we need to be seen as giving out certain quality.
Yes.
Protect our image, basically.
Yes, that
protect,
too.
protect our community as well, not
And
just our
True.
image.
And the brand.
Yeah.
See, I agree with all of that.
Okay.
But if you look at all the creative spaces that we have, they're all similar
In what sense?
in every single fucking sense. All of them are the same.
Elaborate.
Yo, whenever your girl is done, Shamsi, you just need to text her, tell her you're good, you're on a podcast.
Elaborate.
You know, just tell her, do you give her a head up? Would you like me to send her a voice note?
Keep going.
Like, it's all, just give me the phone. Let me send her a voice note. Tell you, he's busy right now. Let me get back to you in a minute.
I'm listening.
Oh, okay, all right.
Oh, now he's just. Don't
All
worry.
right. Hi, Shamsi. Welcome to the podcast.
You were saying?
I'm saying that most of them, we've been to a few of them,
Okay.
and a lot of them are basically the same. It's a different style, different whatever, but it's literally the same thing. Catering to same people.
Catering to the same audience, in a sense, which has deep pockets. That's one trigger for
And
that
do you know what
audience.
happens when you go after the audience with the deep pockets?
You tap them out very quickly, very easily.
Yeah, but also they request things from you. I'd like more of this. And that's what happens.
They start demanding
Exactly.
rather than just basically enjoying being served.
Exactly.
No, but see, I think it's a challenge dealing with that type of audience because it is not your regular, normal, mainstream, kind of catering. But in order to cater to the creative community, you need to be much more open and inviting in the sense of who you want. So maybe the problem is not the fact that these places are all too similar to each other, is that nobody is trying to do something that is really for everyone. Like, you need a big enough space that it could be catered to people who are interested in music, people who are interested in art, people who are interested in fashion. But you mostly find these places focused on one of those things rather than all of them.
No. Al-Mashtal is focused on all of them.
Al-Mashtal is different.
Yes.
Al-Mashtal is different.
Al-Mashtal is doing a good job focusing on every single little thing.
Yeah, Al-Mashtal is different. But I'm thinking about like the concept stores, the creative spaces that we're more familiar with.
Look, I agree and disagree at the same time. There's some things that you said I agree with. Your whole personality I disagree with, but that's for another conversation.
That's a given.
That's a given. Yeah.
Okay.
Those are facts.
We agree on that.
Big facts.
There's mutual dislike here.
I think the biggest issue, I could be wrong. I'm not in this business,
Okay.
but I know how to read things, like words and letters.
Mhm.
Mhm.
You went to school.
I went to school. You know that?
A yellow one?
Yes.
Okay.
She says he's Saudi Bronx.
Mm.
It says he's Qasim Abu Nasser.
That's
right?
why the yellow one.
Yes.
Okay.
With the Rough Rider R.
Mhm.
Do you know this R?
Mhm.
Dun, 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 dun. Anyway, so
Okay.
money.
Makes the world
It
go
always
round.
goes back to money.
Does make the
True.
world go round.
Yeah, we know that. I'm just talking about the creative spaces. You have a hard time trying to give freedom to creatives when you have to create money. Not create, make
True.
money,
True.
right? I need to survive.
Mm-hmm.
I have people to pay. I have rent. I have things to do. I need to do a new immersive experience for the people, for my members, right?
That's gonna.
I
cost
need
a pretty
money.
penny. Yeah.
Exactly. So then you kind of miss out on being the creative space while you're trying to cater to the people who actually give you the money.
So capitalism. That's-
Shamsi's favorite word in life.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, there might be a contradiction in the whole concept of a creative space that needs to make money to operate. It doesn't.
A creative space should not be making money to operate.
Yeah, like
Okay. Do you know which creative space that we know of that's not an official creative space, but they did it the way that it should be done?
Who?
Vlad.
Oh yeah.
Vlad family.
Mhm.
True.
Vlad brought out all the people who want to learn how to do graffiti, people who actually do it. They all went to one area. They all teamed up together. They all started working together. They all started helping each other. They opened up the store. They started selling to other people, started doing awareness.
They built the community,
They built a whole community.
and it was a very open, inviting place as well.
Exactly. And it gives you the freedom to create. There's no guidelines. There's no rules or regulations.
Figure out who you.
There's a
wanna be.
wall.
Yeah.
Come here. Here's your canvas. Get started. So I think the only way you're going to be able to bring on creatives and let them grow organically is to give them their space.
I mean,
But how many people can actually give them that space?
one other thing I think Dot had going for it is the people there were much more driven by the passion rather than the money. like they really wanted to do the thing that they wanted to do.
Yo, name the people that we met over this year who are creatives, who was named, wanted the money, not the passion.
Most of the people we met were very passionate. Most
Exactly.
of them, yeah, most of them, most definitely.
Yeah.
But I mean, these guys, they it's a great example from your end, but they do stand out because they were able to create not just a store, not just a community. They actually expanded and started doing events outside of their own space. They started bringing their own passion to different hotspots and educating and raising awareness about it. So it is a great example. And I think it is a good model for other people to follow as well. At the same time, you do need people who are that driven and that passionate to drive these things forward.
But you can't look, man. If we were not passionate about coming here every single day and delivering this, we would not be here today.
Bro, we fucking love this.
Yes.
What are you talking about?
But if we did not put in that work before we went live, we would not be this comfortable. We had to
True.
be uncomfortable for us to be comfortable,
True.
right?
And we're still
Yeah.
honestly very uncomfortable a
Yes,
lot of the time.
and right now we need to be uncomfortable in new things in order for us to be comfortable later on at the same time,
You
right?
hear that, Turks?
But I
Looking at me?
cannot drive passion into you. I can help you. I can
True.
support you.
Very true.
The passion has to come from you.
Exactly.
So you do need people who are passionate about what they want. But if you get someone that's passionate, all you can do is just try to open doors for him to continue his passion. Once you see that he's not passionate anymore, that's when you step out. And this is where it becomes difficult for creative spaces.
How so?
Imagine me, let's say I get this one person, let's say it's Champsy Jr. God no.
Okay.
So, all right, so this
No,
little
a lot of them exist. Don't
I
worry
know
about it,
this
yeah.
little fuck comes to me.
Sounds like an intelligent young man.
Yeah.
Very respectful.
He comes to me and I'm trying to help him in his passion. I see that he's really good at something. Okay, what are you good at? Nothing. All right, so he's good at nothing,
Making
right?
people happy in life.
Bro, I hate you every day.
And,
Sure.
and,
Won't you focus that over here trying to make me
and
happy?
yet I sleep on your couch every other one. You know.
You know, I help out the poor. Anyway, so
Thank you, sir.
ass. What the fuck? Where were we, Champsy? Anyway,
Somebody walks
so
in a
someone comes
store.
in. So
Okay.
Champsy, little Champsy comes in. Champsy Jr. Okay, not little Champsy.
That sounds
That's a completely
bad.
different
Yeah,
discussion.
different.
That's a whole other Champsy.
Different people. Different people. So Champsy Jr. comes in, right? And like he's passionate about, I don't know, man, like making music. So I open up the doors, I invest my time in him, and then 2 or 3 years he decides, you know what? I don't want to do this anymore. Now, what's my ROI on it as a creative space?
There is no ROI for
Exactly.
you. Yeah, you lost.
This is
another
where
one.
it becomes difficult.
But this command is also like for you as a creative space. You need to figure out how to keep Champsy Jr. growing and learning and interested and hooked by not just teaching him, by making him feel like he's doing something of worth value, creating that community around him.
Yeah, you can create that for anyone, but maybe they see it, at the end of the day, they'll be like, you know what? I like this, I love this, but I don't see that I can work with this for the rest of my life.
And you know what? That's fine. That's life. You can't really get everybody.
Yeah,
on
I
your team.
understand that, but my question here is,
You had Champsy Jr. for those good 3 years.
first off, fuck Champsy Jr. Okay, let me finish my sentence.
I mean,
Okay. If I'm a creative space,
Mm.
right, and I'm investing my time into someone, of course I want something in return. That's understandable. At least for you to help out other people. That's still understandable. The question that I have is that the creative spaces here, they feel like they're more catered to people not only are very passionate, who already have their career moving.
so
Not a
it's-
startup. Basically.
Yeah, it's not a startup.
Yeah.
They're already doing something. They just bring them on and help them, give them that exposure. I feel like this is what we have here.
True.
We don't have like, you know, I don't know, like YMCA or some shit.
Yeah.
Where, you know, you're just getting people, you're helping with that, you're giving them space for them to be creative or for them to, I don't know, to be athletes or whatever it is. For free.
that's a good way of looking at it, actually. And I think that's the problem. The fact that it is always profit driven. There's nothing that is available for the community as it is just for the community to do the thing it wants to do.
True, but let's take blood as an example. I mean, you got the profit driven. Actually, it's kind of passion and profit, which is selling the equipment that a graffiti artist needs or requires, which is not really catered to here. And then you have the creative, like the fully creative part, which is the community, and taking people and incubating them, just taking them with you through this journey.
but they're not really incubating as much as these people just associate and they
Exactly.
become part of the community. You know, it's not that I'm bringing you along and giving you a course, not necessarily.
True.
Maybe it is
Yeah.
sometimes, but not necessarily. As much as, hey, I'll be going and doing that thing, you can come through and just observe. And then as you do that time and time again,
That's great. Yeah, that's creating community.
Yeah, and that is the passion part of it. That is the passion part of it, being able to invite the people that you want along, being open and accessible, and really going and doing it on a regular basis.
But you're not doing that to drain them of their money, basically.
No,
You got your story. That's generating money.
but I also happen to sell this equipment that you would need in order for you to drive your passion. Now that's, a smart business model. Yes. It's driving what they want. Yes. It is encouraging people.
But it's not only catering to their community, it's catering to anyone who wants to do it, even if they're not associated, even if they're not within the dot community.
True.
You can still
Come there and buy your supplies and just
Exactly.
go do your own thing. Yeah, true.
supplies. That's the word I was.
Stop looking at me.
No,
Okay,
no,
Other example is Untitled, Capitol Records. That's a creative space.
I was trying to step away from that, but since you went there, see the thing. Entitled is a good example. Entitled is
Capital.
super fucking passionate. No,
It really
capital,
is.
capital aside, capital aside. I'm talking about Entitled.
Yeah.
Entitled is super passionate. He searches for everything himself. He keeps teaching himself. He keeps learning from other people.
Mhm.
He YouTubes. He Google. He does everything he needs to do to take this to where it is. The same thing with Saud.
That's drive,
Saud has been doing this for like 12 years now,
give or take.
give or take. So same thing. Like no one told him that this is going to be what it is.
Passion
But-
driven.
The passion
Yeah.
made him stick to that. Jeet, good example also. And I can go on. You can talk to about so many people that we had over on the podcast and people who came to the restaurant. It's the same thing, like we know that they're passionate and their only drive is them. They don't need no incubator. They don't need no creative community. They need nothing. They just need to do their work. And some people will create the time and space and do what's necessary to get things they want for their own creativity. But do you know what happens then?
What?
Then Entitled gets stuck. Why? Because now there needs to be a space to give more exposure to Entitled.
Expansion.
And not just that, it's a
Yeah.
space where Entitled can connect with other like-minded,
Exactly.
extremely driven people who also want to achieve the same thing. They're both important. It's not just one or the other.
They're both important. But I'm telling you, at the end of the day, they need to meet somewhere. And I feel like this is where they're meeting here. As in Saudi, the way they're meeting is when someone is super passionate and he's great at what he does. And then he gets to a certain area where he just needs that little boost. And that's when the creative space comes in. How about I just twist my hands? There you go.
You can keep flipping them around if you want.
So then when they meet in that that space, this creative space, this connection with this people, does an event, this person gets the exposure. Now, what happens after that? It just depends on how people basically are going to digest whatever you're giving them.
That's question marks and then you profit. So you do it.
Exactly. Oh, it depends.
Question marks is the magic. You do the magic.
Exactly.
And then you profit.
Because this is how it's working here. This is the only way that's functioning here. And I don't think it's... I would love to understand what's the difference between the funding that was going to startup incubators and then the funding that was going to creative spaces. If there's any funding going to creative spaces.
I mean, incubators, I think you can calculate ROI in terms of when I'm developing this application, how much time is it going to take, how much money is it going to make. But you can't really do that for the creative spaces, because you're teaching people, you're inspiring people, and you never really know how that's going to turn out. You never really know that this guy that went in Champsy Jr. for 3 years and he was like, fuck this shit. 10 years later, he comes back to you with a masterpiece that he's just been cooking at home. Get my point?
Yeah.
So you don't know when you put people in that space, where they're going to end up going. But what you do know is that you want to give them the opportunity for them to explore what they want.
Well, that's exactly what I'm trying to
Yeah.
say. I'm not saying that I agree that incubator is very easy to understand where this business is going to go.
It's
if I should
technical.
put my money into this business or
Mm.
not. That's all numbers and it's very obvious in your face.
We don't do numbers.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But in art, it's going to be way cheaper than what you're doing in startup incubators for you to just have the basis. Do you know what it starts with?
What?
Let's give, for example, Meshtal. Why not the property that Meshtal is in? All right. Why isn't it for free? So they can continue trying to build the business without having to worry about rent.
That's a good question. Like they are trying to do something that is for the community, It is something that is, I think, in line with a lot of the initiatives that are being worked on right now by different, ministries and hayat and so on and so forth. So that is an idea that could be extremely helpful to us. But you also need to study the different aspects of that idea, like how.
Yeah, okay. By the way, there's a huge keys over here that we're talking from.
Oh,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yes,
Yeah.
there could be like fundings and stuff that we don't know about.
Yeah, and how do you most effectively empower these different communities? How do you most effectively, set them up to succeed in ways that they don't even know that they want or they are aware that they need? There's
That's
lot
a
of-
trick.
Yeah, there's a lot of big questions.
But do you know how
there.
you do it?
You talk to them. That's the first thing. That
Okay.
You talk to them and you talk to everybody else who's involved in the ecosystem.
The reason that we've been surrounded for the last year with so many creative people is because there's a face to the product.
Okay.
There's people. Every time we meet people outside, it's always the same thing.
Mm.
Oh, you guys really do exist.
Yeah, we're not figments of your imagination. Like you can touch.
And when
us.
people come, don't touch us.
Please
Don't touch him.
us.
pinch.
He's dirty. He's nasty.
can
All right.
pinch.
He's a disease. If cancer had a face. Anyway, so
COVID was 6 months ago, my guy.
Anyway,
Okay.
so what's the name? When people come out to us, they having these conversations with us because they see the people. There's a face to the product.
Mm.
When you go into any place for funding or whatever, you don't know what you're going into.
Not really.
Yeah, you're going to meet someone. You don't know what he's passionate about. What does he like? What he doesn't like. You don't understand. And you come in there trying to feel like, yo, do I belong in here or not? But that's a business. I don't know. I just want. I think him in keys. I think him in keys.
You're stepping into the unknown, basically.
No, because I had.
Uncertainty, risk.
There you go. Let's
That's
go.
what
With,
you're
let's go.
talking
Let's go with the risk. Let's
No,
go.
that's what it is. You're taking a risk because you're walking into there and you don't really know what the outcome's going to be.
جيب لي من الكيس اقول لك ما اعطيتني شيء.
Man.
What's the name?
Well,
Look, I need to choose my words carefully here, okay? Because I will.
Step on some toes.
This is something that Shamsi told me in private, but I have to tell you guys.
Wow.
This is Shamsi's own words.
Stop being an ass.
I really do not think that we're gonna have any creative houses that's gonna bring out 5 people that we say, oh my god, yeah, these people are local, are amazing, and what they're doing is great. I do not see that at all. Not even for a split fucking second.
Wow.
because that's not the main focus of creative spaces that we have.
Exactly. This is why I don't see it.
What is
Yeah.
the focus of creative spaces? Just moolah?
Showcasing people who already have made it.
Ooh, spicy. Okay.
That's what I see. I don't see a lot of
That's a great point, actually.
incubator initiatives. Let's say
You don't see them. Doesn't mean they're not there.
I don't see them personally. I'm
Yeah,
not
yeah.
sure. Yeah. They
But-
might be there, but
No, they
I
are
haven't been
there.
exposed to them.
maybe the reason that you have this perception is
I'm talking about creative spaces.
yeah, okay. Maybe the reason you have this perception is because you only notice the people with the big names.
It probably is.
Like maybe the issue is not with maybe I'm just I'm playing devil's advocate here.
Yeah.
Maybe the reason is yes, they are trying to put these people up, but at the same time, the only thing that attracts an audience is the big name.
See, I mean, from what I see, you got a lot of courses and workshops and all these good initiatives that are been started by all these creative spaces, but I don't see someone going to them to learn. I see someone going to them just to have fun and do this experience
And show off his work of art.
once, and that's it.
Yes.
Like
Stop
you're-
grinning away from the camera.
No, I'm thinking, so it's basically people are doing it for the gram. Like people-
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's
Well-
all it is.
Damn, boy.
Yeah, we've been dancing around it, but that's exactly what's
Yeah.
going
No,
on.
don't dance around shit. Fucking call it out.
No, because I don't want people to get into feelings. Because you know how people love to get into their fucking
Yo,
feelings. with
we
us.
are
Yeah.
entitled to our own fucking opinion.
Oh, definitely, without a doubt.
So
But I'm not trying. It's not because of us. No, I could really give a fuck how they feel about us. No, it's because of the people that we're associated with. I don't want our associations to
Yeah,
cause
no.
problems for other people.
yeah, true. But listen, we're just talking generally here, not really,
We're not
highlighting
pointing
it.
a finger anyway.
Exactly.
What I'm trying to say is, it's been 100 episodes.
And we're still about the same bullshit.
Yeah.
Same shit.
I feel like we have a great opportunity to work with a lot of creatives.
Mhm.
I'm gonna say this, and I want you guys to just let it go if you could. Okay.
If
Okay.
If.
If never work for exposure unless you're working with creatives. I think this is as simple as I can make it. I don't think it get any simpler than this.
Can you give him a
Hold up. No,
drum roll?
I'm trying to let this go. Hold
If
up.
you want to go deep dive into it, I have no problem. I'll tell you exactly what I feel. I have no problem.
Feel free to elaborate. Go ahead.
Well, if I'm working for exposure, if you offer me exposure, I would rather do it with someone else as a creative, not a business.
Somebody who can,
I get that.
yeah,
I understand that, and then I completely agree.
Yes,
Yeah.
like what we're doing with Entitled. Entitled never asked us for money. We said we want to do this. Why? Because he's a creative, we're a creative. He's solo, we're solo. So hey, let's just do something together.
we also have a lot of free time in our hands.
Yeah.
No, we don't.
But when other people came and reached out to us to try to do business with us, we gave them numbers.
Yes.
Why? Because you are a business.
And
You're not giving me exposure.
and you are seeking something different than what the creative is seeking.
Yes. Any business that comes and talks to us, we tell them the same thing. You are looking for us for your own benefit. So it's not going to be simple for you. If you are a creative person, then I will give you my time. I will give you my free time.
Mm-hmm.
But since you are a business that you're trying to take me and use me, no, I'm going to charge you.
And since you're treating me as a number,
Yes.
then I will reciprocate that treatment.
Now, some people don't have to follow this. No, you can still go and do that if you feel like you want the exposure or you want the space. Sometimes it's just about the space.
Plus, I don't know, working with creatives also offers the opportunity to make a lot of new connections that you don't really get from businesses. Businesses is a very transactional process. Give me what I
True.
want and I will go away. No, when you go with a creative, you, as you mentioned, you go into their space, you get to meet their people, you get to see their process.
You don't only gain exposure, you gain knowledge.
Yes.
You gain experience.
Yes.
That's really huge.
And networking, which is just as important as both of those.
True.
So great. I agree. I agree with that point.
We're not going to pay y'all. I'm just giving you a heads up right now.
If you want to help us,
we're not going to pay y'all.
we will be nice to you. That's all we can offer. I will be nice to you. He will not, but we'll try. We'll try.
What else?
What else? What's
We
been going
spent too much time on this. It's all y'all faults.
on? What are you talking about?
See, the reason I was thinking about it is because I was looking at all the creative people that we've been working with lately and we've been talking to and the things that we have in plan with these people, right? And when we sat down and we discussed, it was all just passion, right? It was nothing. It was the only discussion was how can we get the best out of both of us,
Mhm.
except Champsy, of course,
Mhm.
because he's the best.
Yeah, he's already there.
He's already there.
At top.
We aspire to you.
Yeah, levels, my guy, levels.
Levels.
It's only one level.
No, levels. Levels. They go down. They're levels. Vale.
It's called Hades, sir.
There's basement 1, basement 2.
And so when I was thinking about that, I had a conversation with Abu Fahad, and he was telling me, he's like, you are no different than a creative space. I was like, how am I no different than creative space? He's like, well, you have all these people that I never knew they fucking existed. And you talk about them and they're sitting behind you, and then you're sending me things that they're working on. Like, I wouldn't have never known about these people if it wasn't for you just giving me this information. So you are no different than these places. I was like, no, there's a huge fucking gap between me and a creative space.
Like I'm trying to
But
showcase
we do fit
here.
the definition.
You
No, I'm
Okay.
trying to showcase
with the right spices, you can fit anything.
True.
What am I doing here? I'm not offering a space for
Shut the
anybody to
fuck
come
up,
and
right?
do anything. I'm just offering a space for people to come and talk. I'm getting to know these people. I'm showcasing their work. I'm highlighting and promoting who they are because they deserve it, because they're great at what they do, and more people need to know about it. But at the same time, it's not me who's going to drive you forward. It's you who's going to drive you forward. All I can do is offer you the opportunity to meet like-minded people.
Exactly.
So in that sense, yes, maybe we are in the communal sense, not in the profit-driven sense. Because at the end of the day, I'm not trying to make any money out of any of y'all.
True.
I am working with y'all. I want to help y'all. Let me help y'all. For real. Let me help y'all become better versions of who you already are.
How about you start with yourself first, my guy, and then you can ask the people.
I like to think. I'd like to think, as you very well know,
Oh my
Mr.
God.
Salah, sir, that I am a changed man.
Well, you are. You want to talk? Okay, you want to go back to personal about ourselves now?
No,
Since-
like
is it this segment of the podcast?
Yeah,
Are you born again? Sean?
it's been a year since we started this shit. Are y'all still the same people? Hell no.
Turks is.
Bullshit.
I
He's
mean, a
not.
little bit.
Yeah, Turks. No, Turks still.
100%?
No.
Exactly.
No.
Learned a couple of cookie recipes. That was nice. Let's see. So that's a change. That's
Like,
progress.
this is when violence is required.
Lebna, kill.
No,
Kill.
no.
For the
No,
throat.
it's-
Go to the throat.
She doesn't know these commands.
I did change. I did evolve. I can recognize that, and a lot of there's a lot of creative ventures that I wanted to dabble in that I got to dip my toe and test and figure out what I like and don't like. And the ones that I really, really dig, I kind of deep dive into and develop myself. So in that sense, I will tell you, yes, I have changed.
Fuck his toes. We throw him in the pool.
Stop
True.
it.
Yeah, exactly. We drowning him in the pool.
Like we had this conversation before. I told you guys this first year was just
Learning curve.
Yeah. Look at it. Just look at it. What was the name of our first episode?
Learning curves at big bottoms.
There you go.
We go.
There you go. Time for the big bottoms.
Mhm. Done with the learning curves.
Done with the learning curve.
They're huge.
I'm glad you guys remember.
How can I forget?
Come
man?
on, man. It's the first episode.
It's the first line
True.
of the first episode,
Yes.
my guy.
That was ridiculous. But yeah, I told you this first year is gonna be just us, just basically casing the place. That's all we did.
That's not the word you used.
Nah, we cased the fuck out of it.
It's in my DNA.
God.
Hey man, I got sweats on. I feel very New Yorky right now.
You feel safe,
so
don't
like,
you?
so the terms are kind of like
You feel at home.
if I rob you for no reason, just know it's all love.
You are at home, actually. Honestly, I feel like I changed a lot. Like I feel I've kept a lot of the good parts, but I've shed plenty of the bad ones.
More to come.
Yeah,
inshallah.
I would agree to that, but not a lot.
There's a lot of.
I mean, when you take both of them together,
When you take both of them and you mix
Yeah,
it, and then put it in the microwave for 25 minutes, and you stir it for 8 hours,
no, but
you can see the difference between them.
like the person I told you the other day, like when I walked out of here, like the person that walked in October 6th 1 year ago is not the same person as walking out there. He's a very different person.
February 2020.
That's when I clicked.
No, February 2020 is when you walked in here. It was
No,
October 6th is when we launched.
Yeah, but took from February to October. That was a lot of prep, a lot of practice.
February to October, it was one personality for both of y'all.
Yeah, it was the same.
And then
Old us.
from October till now, there was a major change in all of us
Mhm.
because of this podcast.
Cool.
Whether it was positive or negative.
You're still, stressed as fuck.
That's never going to change.
Let me tell you,
That's never
Still
gonna change.
sleepless.
If you saw the people that I work with,
Mm.
all right,
Okay.
on this podcast,
Okay.
then you'll know why I'm stressed.
Okay.
But sad that you can't see them.
Wait.
Justified.
Yeah,
What-
I'm just saying.
Is he talking about us?
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about you.
Ah,
I'm not talking about Turks.
people? Aw. So royal. I feel appreciated now.
Oh my god, this asshole took the first exit.
I'm more than one. Okay.
No, I'm stressed because I told you in the last episode, I'm way behind schedule on this. Well, okay, hold on. I need to. My vision for us
It's behind schedule.
is behind schedule.
Okay.
To be more specific.
But where we started and where we are,
No. I still believe that we dropped the ball. And
a couple of times.
No, we didn't. No, we dropped the ball in April. In April, we dropped the fucking ball
Mm.
Okay.
because, and I remember in May or March, no, May or June, one of them. I think it was around my birthday. It was June. Yeah, it was June. I remember I was just sitting there. I'm looking. I was like, this is becoming repetitive, and I don't want this shit. I don't want it at all. This is why I ignored all the topics. That's why I was like, yo, now no, give me what you have. What's going on with your day?
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't want it to be the same thing. I don't want people to just come in. Oh yeah, they're just gonna read the news. No, fuck the news.
True.
No, can we have some honest conversations? That's when we start bringing on guests, bringing on people. There's a lot of people that want to bring on, but at the end of the day, when we talk to them, they were trash. So like, you're like, relax, my guy.
Also, schedules.
Schedules also because we record late at night.
Yeah. A lot of people, they have different.
Yeah, but anyway,
Working out.
I feel like that it was becoming too repetitive,
But there was a
and I
leadership.
don't want my boys to be comfortable.
Mm.
And then Noor Riyadh came around.
Trust me, we're not.
I mean, I understand this point. For the first 6 months, we were doing the same thing again and again.
Yeah.
Like we weren't
Mm.
really exploring different opportunities. We weren't really going out of our box. Then
Bro,
Noor
Turks
Riyadh
Turks used to walk in and just sit down. That's it.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, now Turks sets up everything, gets everything ready, does everything,
And
Cooks.
then sit down.
then sit down.
And then Noor Riyadh happened. Noor Riyadh happened, and that was a
Noor Riyadh was a great learning curve for us
kick on the head.
because we had zero planning. We had to go do it now.
It was, oh snap,
Yeah,
we can do this.
we
Let's
got
do
our
this.
approvals real quick. Shout out to the people who give us approvals. Who was it? Shout out to MOC. Shout out to good. I'm
Noor
glad you
Riyadh.
remember that.
Friends.
Yeah, friends of Noor Riyadh.
Friends.
Yes,
of Noor
yes,
Riyadh.
yes.
And the podcast.
And listener number one.
And listen, number one.
Who's not here today? And he's gonna get a warning
For
tomorrow
some
morning.
reason.
Lebna, please hand out a child warning, please. Just snoring.
So that was a different. That was.
Typical HR. Wow.
I think that kicked us into a different mood because it allowed us to, as you mentioned, there was a learning curve. We did something different. We were on the spot, on the fly, getting everything done every day, and we put in work.
No, Riyadh was a pain in the ass.
That was
We
a
put in
hustle.
work.
Yeah.
I don't think any of us
because
was-
we caught it late.
Yeah, like I don't think any of us was really ever satisfied with the result.
Nah.
Not even a
No,
little
no,
bit.
no, no.
But at the same time, it was for us an experience that was a little bit eye-opening in the sense of, okay, we need to start, planning and arranging this shit much more.
And we can do this.
Oh, I think we already knew we could
Yeah, we
do
already knew
this.
we could do this.
We knew.
You
We knew.
knew.
We knew.
You knew.
We
Yes,
knew.
you knew.
You figured that
I
shit
had a
out
dream.
quick.
That's about it. Yeah.
In December 2019, I told this asshole. No, it wasn't. It was it January or December?
December.
What'd you tell me? Hold on. I
When
gotta
me and you
figure
and
it out.
Buffather were out.
He was ghosted.
Ah,
he
that
was
was
ghost
a
of
while
Christmas past.
Was it January 2019?
Expecting me to remember dates?
Well, anyway,
Okay.
it was before I moved to Riyadh. When I told him, I was like, listen, this is before you knew that I wanted Turks with me on the podcast.
Mm.
Because the original idea of the podcast was supposed to be me and you.
Mhm.
But thank God, not again.
We needed a third pretty face.
We were come back from the desert, and me and Turks and Buffather were riding back. And I told Turks, listen, I have this idea, and I know how you enjoy, productions, and I'm going to give you so much shit for you to grow if you want it. And he was like, yeah, I want to do this. I want to do that, whatever. And then I just ignored it. Then we started doing the podcast, everything. Then during the podcast, I was like, hey, this is yours. This is yours.
Mhm.
This is, and he's like, And then Nur Riyadh happened. It was like this. bro.
Yeah.
He just clicked so quick. That's how I know he was passionate about what he's doing.
Fish and water.
Yeah.
That's it. And the second I saw that, I was like, okay, you better need to go and learn some more things for you to be able to speak the lingo.
Let us give you more equipment.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yes.
So much fun bossing you guys
If
around, by the way.
if you break it down, all right, most of the things that we put our money into is in his departments.
Yep.
It's for you, Turks. It's for you.
Because y'all believe in my talent.
Yes.
Mhm.
Do you know what that means? That means if something fucks up.
I mean,
Shit, it's on me.
Yeah,
this is
that's how responsibility works. I know you wealthy bitches don't have no problems in your lives, but this is new.
Responsibility. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
See, no, that's
I'm gonna have to learn. I'm gonna have to learn and come back.
that's why the both of us are behind you, like just waiting for you to drop the ball so we can grab it.
Have you ever got choked by Qasem Banasab?
Not yet.
Just give you a heads up.
Thanks for the.
Oh my god!
No, but it's been a giant step, I think, for us, and there's plenty more to come.
All right, so before we go next year,
Oh, we're going. Khalas? Okay.
okay, did I say we're going right now?
Oh, Ashwa.
I said before we go.
Okay.
Ashwa.
I'm happy here. I'm in my element, my guy. I don't want to go.
Ladies and gentlemen, the only reason why Shams is happy is because in this hour, I give him less shit than the rest of the day.
Yes.
So this is his comfort zone right now.
Yes. I feel safe.
You feel
I'm
safe?
protected.
Oh god, no! I
But-
told you the last episode of this podcast is me punching you.
It's gonna be a
This is how it's gonna end.
It's like Seinfeld. Everybody's
Hopefully,
gonna
hopefully it's gonna be 2 minutes episode. It's just, hey guys,
wait.
boom,
punch, punch.
Doot, 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 doot.
That's gonna be our
Okay.
10-second episode. I like
Yeah,
that.
that's
I like
gonna be it.
Any
Next to Z's album.
that.
never gonna come out. Any closing remarks?
No,
on
no,
this?
no closing remarks. Next year, we have a lot coming next year,
Yes, we do.
and so next year is gonna be a huge fucking hassle, and we're gonna need everybody's cooperation.
Mhm.
By everybody, I mean ourselves.
Mhm.
Mhm.
I'm looking forward to 2022 for a lot of things. Not only because of our corporate overlords,
It's one reason.
it's because there's a lot of things that we put in place that we now have better idea of how we want to approach it. And so 2022, I expect us to just really go hard. I'm not gonna tell you like from January, but no, if the end of 2022 looks the same as this year, I will have problems.
Bro,
I'm put it this way.
It's farming season.
If I have to replace myself, I will replace myself here.
Yeah, you're the first one to be replaced.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Very replaceable.
Y'all know it's gonna be champs.
Very-
Like, you all know.
Birdie's
Like I will replace him with a pole.
Bro, it's very
Okay?
easy to find angry bald men in this world. You know, not as easy to find
What?
relaxed
A grown adult trash man.
man child.
Man,
That's the word you're looking
there
for.
you go. There you go. There you go.
But
I want to say something really, really bad that I remember they were on camera.
Trash man.
So I was like, yeah, let me go to trash man really quick.
Trash man. No, but I think I think last year was planting season and this year is farming season. Like that's what we did the first year. We planted our
Chance, your
connections.
parents watch the podcast, right?
Of course they do.
Allah yahdikum.
Yeah. Isn't
Allah
that,
yahdikum.
isn't that how nature works?
Allah yahdikum.
No?
Yeah,
Well,
yes,
yeah,
yes, yes. That's how
You
nature
You
works.
plant
Yes,
one
Yes.
year and you reap the other.
yes, yes,
Okay.
yes. That's how it works.
So we gonna be reaping.
Yeah.
You're an ass.
Oh wow.
Oh my god.
Much to look forward to, fellas.
Unspoken context.
Oh, right?
Here,
Right?
here.
Yes, yes, yes.
What? I don't
Look,
know.
I-
Oh,
look-
it's missed out. Okay, good. Flying over
All
your
of
head?
it is missed
Okay,
out, my
great,
guy. All of
great,
it.
Oh my
great,
God.
great.
Anyway, I expect a phone call for your pops.
Mhm.
And I'll be more than happy to take a beating.
Uh-huh.
But not the kind of beating that you take.
Oh, I take plenty.
I know.
No.
Anyway.
Anyways,
I expect something better next year. I'm just saying right now.
inshallah.
If the next 100. By the way, we're going to reach episode 200 before we finish the year. You
Oh
know
shit, we're doing another 100.
that. Yeah. This is how it works, Champsy.
Oh my god, I thought we were gonna stop at 40.
How about this? We got to episode 100. How about we just quit till the end of the year and come back? People do that shit.
Fuck
How
yeah.
about we just end it now? Right now.
Now?
Yeah.
Done?
Done.
walk away?
Last time you hit that record
Look,
button.
look,
Right now.
Look.
then we
you-
trash the mics and shit.
Look, you know I hate people when they dare.
Yeah, I know.
Don't make
I
me
know.
end this
Don't-
podcast over a fucking dare.
Don't- bro, he's promised
Find
to
out
punch
next
me.
week.
Okay,
Will the boys be back? We will not.
sure. As long as I don't get punched, you know, I think we're still gonna be on the air. As long as violence doesn't erupt.
Turks, huh?
Hey,
Yo, fuck this guy.
Do you feel like violence, Turks?
find out in a couple of days.
Find that in a couple of days. Yo, if you see us on Thursday, click.
We done?
No, we're not done. I want to ask you another thing. Do you guys know about? Hold on.
Subjects that I have written about in my phone,
Hold on.
and I was supposed
No,
to
no.
talk about an hour ago.
These were I was supposed to talk about like a while ago.
I
by the way.
know, I know.
But there's only one thing I want to talk about before we go.
okay.
Since we're talking about personal achievements and all the great things that, you know, all the things that we've been going through, hopefully they're great. In our eyes, it's not. In my eyes, it's not.
Okay.
To be specific.
You critical man.
Shout out to the Public Investment Fund for getting Newcastle.
Right.
Yay!
Fuck yeah!
Congratulations.
Yeah!
We have a Newcastle.
Yes.
Apparently.
Finally, there's a team. By the way, when I put a post, finally there's a team in the Premier League worth rooting for.
Mm.
Someone texted me, he's like, I'm sure that's not Shamsi who put that.
I mean,
So Shamsi, you like Chelsea in the Premier League.
I liked.
Are you my guy?
Yes,
My
yes,
guy.
yes,
My
yes,
guy. That's what we're
yes.
talking about.
switch.
That's what we're talking about.
That's what it is.
Yes, that's what I'm gonna burn all my Madrid jerseys.
Honestly,
It's Newcastle all day now.
I'm so happy they actually went for a club like
Yes.
Newcastle rather than a Manchester United type of behemoth, because this is a much smarter investment, honestly. Over the long term, you want to build something up.
Give us the breakdown, because me and you we talked about this 100 times.
Bro, if they're
I don't know football. So please
if they're
don't.
buying, you buy. So right now, the trend of buying clubs and growing them commercially and making them a revenue moneymaker has become a thing, right?
Yep.
So Qatar did it with PSG, Abu Dhabi did it with Man City, and you know it's become a thing.
Yep.
So in order for me to do that,
all these big clubs. Basically.
yeah, in order for me to do that, I will need to find a club that has not been recently successful, in order for me to grow it into a new era of success. And all of the big clubs, even Chelsea, like when they were bought by the Russian
Roman
dude,
Abramovich.
Roman Abramovich, he was looking for a club that, you know, would able to have that next step grow.
Mm.
So that's what they did with Newcastle. The club is massively popular in this area. It has an extremely dedicated fan base. It has a huge audience, okay, in that area. I think their stadium is around 60,000K.
Yep.
And they have been, underachievers in the 90s. They had a potential. They were playing the Champions League in the early thousands. They lost out on that. Mismanagement led them to drop down to lower levels. They're back up now, but they've been under terrible management for the past 13 years because the guy that's owning them, Mike Ashley, wasn't really willing to put in money in the club. Now, one good thing he did, apparently, he kept the club on a very sustainable, profitable basis. They were making money for the past 5 years. What does that mean? In Europe, there's this thing called the FFP, Financial Fair Play, which basically means you can spend more than you make. So because their numbers and their books have been great for the past couple of years,
You can spend a lot.
any new investor can put a shitload of money in.
Yes.
So they were calculating that there's around a good 400 mil that they can basically put in the club over the next couple of years.
Wow.
But obviously a project of this size is going to require time. They're talking about rebuilding the entire training base. They're talking about, different community regeneration products in Newcastle. Obviously, this is a great coup for PIF as well in terms of connection with the British government. Since
And this is a long-term project.
it is.
Yeah, it's not, and also it's gonna be profit-based.
Shuf,
It's a public investment fund. I'm investing in this.
they tell you usually football is not a profitable business, but buying a undervalued club like Newcastle and building it over the next 15 to 20 years, at that point in time, you will have a brand value of over $1 billion, I'm sure, easy. And you will have had sustained success, hopefully, that will drive the brand value even further and make that profitable investment come to
Hold
life.
on, who's saying football is not a successful?
Yeah, there's a lot of people think it's not.
What?
Shuf,
Yes.
for different reasons, because clubs tend to spend most of the money they make into transfers, into wages. So it's
Okay.
not something that you can really put money in your shareholder kind of business.
Oh,
Man United is doing that, but their owners are assholes and they have been ruining the club, and the large percentage of the fans are not happy with them.
I've
for
heard
that
the
reason.
rents.
Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So it's a different situation. It's a brave new world. There's a brand new competitor that's going to be the Premier League. I don't think they're going to start competing in the next.
Yeah,
year or
no, I
two.
think it's gonna be time.
It's going to take
Yeah, it's gonna
3
take time.
years minimum.
But I'm gonna support them early on before things got big.
Hell yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Before school.
Alan, shut
No,
up.
no, no. See, Newcastle's
Sorry.
always been cool. Let's be honest.
They were-
Premier League teams, they have a big fan base compared to any other fucking league in the world.
plus, they were competing with Manchester United in the mid '90s. So they actually
They
did-
have some sort of history.
yeah, they did have that going for them. So
Yeah, we look forward to that.
great move. Honestly.
Yeah, I can't wait to go to Newcastle. Newcastle, y'all one of us now. Y'all welcome to the yard anytime. You can come here past the Kabsa anytime you want.
Yeah, we all Geordies here.
He knows. He knows.
I know the
I
Geordies.
told you, he's one of us. He's one of
Wow.
us.
Good job, Turks.
One of
Thank you
us.
very much.
One of us. One of us.
Paying
Stop scratching
attention.
out. Her hair is just going all over.
I know,
the
I know,
place,
I know.
please.
I mean, one good thing they could do right now is hire a new manager. A good
Yeah.
new manager.
No. Look, looking how PIF moves. What the international market doesn't understand how PIF moves.
Mm.
We do because we live here,
Mm.
right? We have friends who work there.
True.
So the way they do business, they're gonna take it very careful, and at the same time, they're gonna make sure that everything is accounted for.
Mm.
So I expect them to make the right moves going forward.
I was actually reading about that last night. They were talking about how the club is trying to do a full audit on everything before they make any moves on recruitment, on purchases, on expansions, on.
Exactly.
So
No, they're gonna run it like a club should be run.
the reason I say that is because right now Newcastle is not doing that well in the Premier League. So
Yeah.
they need to make sure that they keep the results going steadily and not, get demoted.
Well, thank
Relegated.
God we're still just in October.
Early days.
Yeah, so it's we have time to turn things around.
It's going to be a long season.
So I really can't wait. Now I can watch the Premier League.
Now you have a reason.
Now I have a reason to watch the Premier
Now
League.
we have a reason to go buy Shlak Jadid that we haven't had for the past 6 months now at this point, honestly.
We'll be just being lazy.
Yeah. They still call me, bro. They're like, do you want to renew? I don't, my guy. Broke. No money. Hey, Lebna, she's here. Hi, Lebna. You didn't see her.
I know, right?
Good stuff, guys. Good stuff. Turks.
Allah yasallamk.
Turks.
What?
It's been 100.
It's been hun.
Apparently so.
It's been 100.
Apparently so.
Well, thank you to everybody that's joining us. Thank you to everybody that we met over the last year. Everybody that we worked with. Everybody that we consulted. That helped us and we helped them in any way, shape, or form. Thank you to every single one of you for joining us, for listening, for putting up with our bullshit, putting up with our rants. Thank you for enjoying all of our content, no matter how good it is or how dumb it is. We appreciate every single one of you. We are not gonna take this for granted. We are going to fire Shamsi soon. Oh, my bad. Okay, sorry. Wrong conversation.
Off track. bro.
Off track. Yeah, the hate is real. The hate is real.
And thank you for everybody that came through on the weekend, honestly.
Okay, fuck the weekend right now.
Like-
On the weekend, it was Shamsi's birthday. We had a party for him.
Yes.
I'm just telling you by that way. It was wild. There was 5 people.
6
Yes, but-
with Lebna. We
Yes,
call Lebna's
yeah,
person.
yes, next bill, yes. She was the DJ.
Yeah.
So hopefully next year we can deliver you guys. Hopefully the next 100, we can be able to deliver you guys brand new shit. So look forward to it. And there's a lot of people that I really, really wanted to work with last year, but didn't get the chance. But next year I'm definitely gonna reach out and know the fuck out of y'all. So again, thank you as always. Thank you Turks. Thank you Shamsi for the last 100. I look forward to the next 100. Thank you everybody for joining us, and y'all can go fuck yourselves.
Yeah, homie, thank you for putting up with our shit.
I have to.
Alright,
That's what
honestly.
happens. That's what leaders do, Shamsi. That's what leaders
Is that
do.
leaders?
Yes,
Is
we
that your
out?
name? Yeah.
Peace, peace,
We
peace,
out.
peace,
Peace.
peace.